Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm so thrilled to welcome you back for yet another adventure through Middle-earth. In this series, I will be playing random ladder matches on Discord and showing you War of the Ring games from my perspective by only viewing my cards and sharing with you my thoughts and in-game reactions while trying to keep the end result a mystery. The other player is aware that I'm making a video as I asked permission both before and after playing. Hope that you enjoy this video, and I encourage you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So today's adventure features Nevan. Nevan I've played at least 4 or 5 or 6 times. I don't know. But what's interesting about him is that he's like the second player that I played, and he started the same time I did. Literally, probably, I think the same day, actually. So he's got around 150 games under his belt. He said his win rate is not as good because he likes to go crazy. You can read in the chat if you want to know where I'm reading this from. He goes by he, him. And he was introduced to the game itself by seeing the Shut Up and Sit Down video. And Ira brought him to the Java client. So this video is an interesting one. This is actually also a league game for LoME, but I want to also feature Nevan as well because it's so fun to play. So this is a really fun game. It's a long one. I encourage you as you watch. This is a random thing I never really talk about. When you play War of the Ring, what's interesting is there's no set amount of turns, so you don't know how long it's going to be. So it might be tempting to look at the time to see how much time is left, but if you want to really enjoy the game, just, sit back and try not to hit right. I know I do that when I get bored with videos, but just try to enjoy the game, and I'll do my best to be as concise as possible while also having fun. All right, so I'm Shadow. Nevan is free. I draw into We Won't Go Back, and return to Valinor. He decides to not separate anybody. I decide to go with this new strategy that I learned from another player, which is to not just allocate one eye, but I'm going to go 2 eyes. I don't want to do 3 because I'm going to see if he rolls a third. He doesn't roll a third. Let's see. No, he does not. And I said in the chat, so you're supposed to roll an eye there. Says Gandalf felt generous for a change. So here we go. The Fellowship is on its way out of Moria. Oh my gosh, out of Rivendell. And I'm hoping for a hit. Nothing. Wait, now I feel like an idiot because I allocated those 2 eyes to roll and they didn't succeed. So I decided to draw a strategy card. He draws a character card. Sauron decides to play, or me decides to do Orcs Multiplying again. This is probably one of the best early muster cards because you're getting 6 orcs out. Nevan tells me nice pull. I said thanks. I worked hard. He says the arthritis will hit one day. He decides to bring the elves down. I decide to bring the armies and consolidate in Gondor. In Mordor by Gondor. Nevan does mention that that's the normal thing you're seeing lately. People are doing this more. It's just because Gondor is becoming more of a place to go. All right. He decides to draw a character card. I move Sauron to war. And he does the typical movements of Old Forest Road and Westamnet. And I decide to bring Gothmog in. Now, typically, Gothmog and Sauron don't really go to war often. So Nevan does mention to me that that's rare. I call Gothmog a fine gentleman because he is. Can we look at this piece? He looks fine. All right, let's move on. Nevan says limping his way to victory. All right, that's turn 1. So now I draw into Palantir of Orthanc, Denethor's Folly. And I allocate 2 eyes again. Again, my plan is I want to try this corruption strategy of doing multiple eyes a turn. That's what I'm thinking here. But the Fellowship have so far been chilling out. And Nevan gets a very nice roll of 3 possible movement. Starts by passing. I decided to draw a strategy card. He brings Elrond in. I don't remember if this is where it is. I think this is where it is. So what I'm thinking now is I don't really care about the military pressure. I just want to pressure the Fellowship. So I'm going to actually use Monsters Roused in order to bring guys in. But then I realized the card says you can bring 1 star on regular unit in Angmar, Edinmoor's Weather Hills, and 1 star on Elite. If you look at my pool, I don't have enough. I'm short 1. That's why I say that card sucks. So I just use it for these. I said, watch out. There we go. He says, don't you go on an Angmar too? I said, I'm out. And I said, that's why it sucks. But I'm playing for fun because whenever I play Nevan, we just have a good time. All right. Let's see if he moves the Fellowship. So he says, I always play for fun, but am somehow dumber in tournaments. But speaking of stupider, he separates some companions. So they're taking a hike. So Legolas, Boromir, and Merry are just sneaking past this troll and Trollshaws, going through the South Downs, ending in, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Minhariath. And then he gives me Elrond's ring, which I didn't notice until now, where I'm like, how come you have less dice than me? Or I have less dice than you. So I'm condensing here. My idea is just to put them under siege. So get ready for real dumb. And then he uses this as another character to move Strider and Boromir here, and Merry to South Ered Luin. Maybe Merry is feeling home, and Strider and Boromir are going on a coastal tour. I put Rivendell under siege. I was happy he went to siege. Now he's going to have to roll more dice to move. He says easy blue tile combat value now, which is true. He plays Fear Fire Foes. I don't even notice this at the time because I'm playing so quick. It's late at night. All I notice is that they're going to duel Amroth. But what I didn't notice is now all of a sudden they're at war. So I could technically use this to bring the Black Captain in. But I don't want to do that because I have Gothmog. I don't want to lose Gothmog. I decided to move the Southrons and Easterlings down. He crowns Aragorn. And I just start moving on Gondor. Going this way. And now we're moving again. So let's see if this brave play worked. So we're in Rivendell. The Fellowship is still there. They haven't... Well, that's their last known location. So we'll see what happens here. See if the reroll helps. Nothing on the roll. Nothing on the reroll. I swear, and so that was the point. Now I draw into dreadful spells, and the shadow is moving. Turn 3. So he's got a lot of dice now. He's going to be rolling with Gandalf and with Elrond. And he also has Aragorn. So if you look, we have the same amount of dice. It says Frodo good. I allocate 2 eyes. And I roll 2 more. And he rolls a lot of movement, which I'm happy to see because at least I have a lot of eyes in the pool to roll. So I laugh. I say, "Hey," I said, "Well, at least the reroll have value." So he moves the Fellowship. I'm thinking I got a hit here. I rolled no hits, and the reroll is nothing. So all these eyes are doing absolutely nothing. The Fellowship is just chilling. They're technically in Mordor. And I'm not happy. Nevan mentions he's slippery. And now I decide to use the ring I got to move Nazgul. My idea is with the drawing of dreadful spells that maybe I can take out Rivendell. I say get ready to get hit. He moves the Fellowship again. This time I hit once. And I rerolled too many. But my rolls are not going well at all. He draws Smeagol. And I'm not very happy right now. So I've been committing to this corruption strategy and have nothing to show for it except Smeagol came out turn 4. So I pass. He says he uses Boromir to move Gondor down. I don't remember if this is right. You can please check in the rules. That'd be great. I thought it was only for Minas Tirith, but I just say, yeah, it's fine, whatever. And I say I don't remember because it's 3:03 in the morning when I'm playing this. All right. So I play Dreadful Spells on Rivendell. I do get 2 hits, which is unlikely. And I'm stunned at hit. So he plays a power 2 great. And I want to take Rivendell out. So I decide to get rid of We Won't Go Back in Denethor's Folly. Using the Gothmog die. He brings Gondor to war. And now I attack Rivendell with the Deadly Strife. He says, Elrond, run. So let's see how this battle goes. He plays Sudden Strike. And the elves just whiff. They just shoot their arrows and miss. And I get 2 hits with a Deadly Strife. And he gets only one back. So that pathetic army that had no business to take Rivendell out is able to take Rivendell out with monsters roused. It was a fellowship again. And I hit. Barely. And it's an I. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking the corruption. And the second tile is a 0 reveal. It's a head shaker. Okay. We go into turn 4. We're in part of the Celebrant. I draw into Cruel Weather and fighting Uruk-hai. Gandalf die cannot come back because Gandalf is not the guide at the end. So he's down to 5 dice. And I allocate 2. Roll 1 more. And roll this. And his rolls are incredible. What great rolls. Look at that. So nice. I decided to bring the chief in to play so I can possibly play cards on him. He says Smeagol's got this and moves a fellowship. I miss. And I decided to draw a character card. And my thought was, I don't want to play Cruel Weather yet. I could have played Palantir, no, I can't play Palantir. I don't have Saruman. So I draw an Orc Patrol, which is playable. He musters up in Gondor. So he did 1 in Bree and 1 in Dol Amroth. I play Orc Patrol, hoping for something good. It's a 1. Because after 2 corruption. Galadriel comes in. I just mentioned Isengard's not even at war. I'm just realizing this. As I was thinking about moving this guy into Mordor. So instead I just move the guys from here and the guys here. He plays Winds from the West, which is great. Great play. So this is what I do. I put my cards on the table. Gates are closed. Fighting Uruk-hai. And then I say a-hole. And put Cruel Weather down. I know very well what's going away. So easy choice for him. Cruel Weather right away. I say, yeah. He said, that was an early pull. Darn. I said, yeah, I needed that to have a chance. Then I just noticed, it took me till turn 4 to notice that the North is at war. So 2 turns later, even though he mustered in Bree, I didn't even notice until now. So Sauron is really blind here. So he reminds me. But I block Karakov. And I go up to East-Rune. He must have also mustered in Dale once. I must have missed that before. We went to turn 5. I draw into Shelob's Lair, which I'm happy about because at least I can play it with the chief. And Rage of the Dundonlings. Making sure my recording's good. Allocate my... Do I do 2 eyes? Yes, I do. Gothmog die goes away. I almost forget about this. Because I didn't know if it happened with the chief. I thought it was only the captain. But I did roll a star of the round before, so I do lose it. Alright, so here we go. So he's got more dice again. Moves a fellowship on 3. Let's see if I hit. Yes, I do. And it's a regular 3, which takes out Smeagol. And I get We Shall Get It. So good for him to get that out. I decided to start with the gates are closed because I want to make sure I can actually use this card. And I draw into Nazgul Search, which can help slow him down as well. Because he knows he knows Cruel Weather's gone. So I can at least stop him. It was a fellowship again. This time I hit with a 2 reveal. He chooses a random and it's Legolas. Super lucky. But he can't hide with Gandalf. That's the advantage. Now I bring everyone to war. The Southerners and Eastern... Actually, no. The Isengard is not at war yet. I bring Southerners and Easterlings down. He brings a North regular to Dale. And Gondor regular to Minas Tirith. I play Shadows Moving. And then realize I can't because I am not at war. So I move everything back. And instead I just muster everyone down. He plays Smeagol helps Nice Master. I do it again. He just laughs. So there we go. So I'm crashing in on Gondor. I leave 1 behind because I know that with you don't want to attack here with Gondor or miss or have him scout up here and then put them under siege. It becomes chaotic. So I find it better to just leave 1 behind to just deter that. All right, he moves his guys into Erebor. I tell him he's a baby. Just to be funny, because it's true. So it looks like he moved 2 guys to here, 1 guy up here. And then I realized I don't want Dale to become annoying with Northmen, so I attack that now. And he plays scouts away. Into Lorien. Into Woodland Realm. Alright. So very slow game. I take my dice back like an idiot, and I forget that he has a turn. Shoot as much as an elite in Woodland Realm. Alright. Looks like I killed the Palantir of Orthanc. So I still don't have Saruman in, but I'm just thinking I don't want Gandalf the White to come in, but Gandalf the Grey is still there, so I don't know about this idea. All right, so he finally rolls an eye with Gandalf. He starts by hiding the Fellowship with the Will of the West. I attack Pelargir with the elephants. I got 1 hit. And I got my 2 more, or another victory point. So now I'm at 4. He brings an elite into Dol Amroth. Now this is becoming ridiculous. So I'm thinking of just going this way. Because I'm terrified of that army. So I'm thinking I'm just going to put them under siege so they can stop doing this nonsense. So here we come, and he puts another elite in Dol Amroth. We have equal armies, but he's got a lot of leadership. I say here we go. He says here we stand. It's like ready for stupidity. So I can imagine Aragorn just looking out from Dol Amroth. It's like, all right, guys, we got this. And I decide to muster up, do a forward muster with half orcs and goblin men. And he brings another leader in, and puts a regular in Minas Tirith. I realize Saruman's not even here yet. So I bring Saruman in. He moves the Fellowship, gets hit, draws a 3, and loses Gandalf. So I end by playing Nazgul Search. And I put the chief where they're going to have to go. And I put the rest of the Nazgul here, because I'm still contemplating attacking this. That should slow him down a little bit. I draw into the Ring is Mine and A New Power is Rising. I'll keep my 2 eyes. Roll no more. And let's see. What die is this? I'm just looking at it. Galadriel. Okay. For some reason, I saw the word Gandalf down here. I was confused. All right. He flips Fellowship. He's going to get into Mordor this turn, no problem. I play Isildur's Bane, hopefully to get a reveal. Let's see what the chances of that are. Of getting a reveal. 3 out of 10. Not a good percentage. 30% chance. And it's an I. I asked him if he wants to use Galadriel. He says definitely not. I said, okay, just checking. And I draw into Wormtongue. But that was devastating. I remember feeling really sad about that. That's the only character card I can play this turn. And I draw into Wormtongue. I say, great, best card. He says, Wormtongue still works technically. And I say, how'd you know? I just show him I have it because we're just having fun. He says, either that or Lidless Eye. And I laugh. He moves a Fellowship. I hit on the reroll. And I do get a reveal, which is great. Because I can play Gates Are Closed as well now. I think I can play it. All right. Because this is when you would play it. And I use this is the regular draw. Another 1 reveal. I'm not happy about the reveal, but I'll take the 1. And if her gates are closed, I get an I. I say, now do you want to use? And he's like, nope, I'm good. And then I think I forget it's my turn. I decide to play New Power is Rising. Notice I did this one wrong. I'll ask for permission to change this later. Just want to point it out. I said I was trying to go the corruption game, but there's no luck there. All right. He plays Spirit of Mordor on me, on Lamden, and gets 2. So now I have 0 desire to go this way. I say, I'm not doing DA anymore. You can have it. He says he wants Umbar. And he wants an agreement where he can just we can walk through each other. That he'll trade DA for Umbar. But you know, not happening. I decided to muster some Nazgul in to Dol Guldur and to Moria, because my idea now is I want to use fighting Uruk-hai and take Lorien out, because I don't see any musters showing. So my thought is I can take it out this turn and give 1 less die with Galadriel. He draws a character card, and I do my movements out. He says, please leave Cate Blanchett alone. He passes, and I do leave my people behind here. I put 3 back here because that's a bigger army, and they're all at war. He plays Axe and Bow. I put Lorien under siege. And he draws another character card. And here we go. So this big army is conversing on Lorien. The Uruk-hai have walked through Moria. They've trekked. And now it's time to see how we do here. So he can card. I play Relentless Assault. He plays a charge. His charge gets 1. I take 2 out because I want to take them out quick. And I get 3 hits on the combat and a 4th on the reroll. And Nevan gets 2 back. So this is going well for me. Round 2, no card, and I get plenty of 6s. And he hits back. But that went really well for me. Now I'm at 6, which is good, but LoME, it's harder as Shadow to get your points than with the base game, because you can move very quick with base. I'm noticed at this point that I forget that I did the wrong upgrades here. He lets me change it. So thank you, Nevan, for correcting me. I should have gotten this right to begin with. Are we going to turn 8? So I talked to him. I mean, Rohan might have been asking for it. I could have gone Rohan as well, because that Gandalf the White isn't there. But I just didn't want the eye dodge with Galadriel is just too good, and I don't need that to happen in Mordor. All right. He tells me in the chat that he did have Celeborn, but he didn't think I was going to do that. All right, so I allocate It looks like I didn't. Oh, I allocated one eye this time because now I'm pivoting to. So he gives me. Why is he giving me a ring? Oh, he's changing his one of his Will of the West to a character. He's worried about Day Without Dawn. And he hides the Fellowship. He says, "Whoops." He wanted to get Gandalf with that, and I let him redo it. So he gets Gandalf. I play Shelob's Lair. He flips. I play The Ring Is Mine because I want to get these tiles in. So, I mean, I did a good job of this. I've been learning these tiles for a while. And it's nice that they're in the pool before the climb even starts. I said, maybe it'll help. He says, 1 out of 6 is scary. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, that's 1 out of 6 means that's the chance that he'll pull it. So he moves the Fellowship, I believe, and draws an eye. He puts Gimli down. I'm like, you sure about that? Because then Axe and Bow wouldn't even work. So he just takes the corruption by using Axe and Bow to soak it. All right, and I'm helping out because I did make the mistake earlier here. I bring the mouth into Minas Morgul. I don't want to forget about him. And I say, I can't believe I'm using this crap. This is never done. This late in the game, Wormtongue comes out while in Mordor. So I don't know if it's correct, but I'm going to try it. So I'm attacking into forwards now. Using Storm of Bats, so he can't do scouts. But I do get 2 6s, and he gets 2 hits back. And I move everyone out because when you're this high with points, I'm not worried about losing Saruman. I say you can kill him. He says, I don't want him. So what is he doing here? He brought an elite. I think he did some movement. So he moved here. I didn't see the other one. It was an elite from Downs. Oh, and he moved and he condensed in Rohan. I'm just going to take Rohan over. That's my idea. And then I see these guys, and I'm worried they're going to retake Rivendell. So that's the reason I'm moving up. It says the feint. So maybe Bree is aware that there's a problem going on. They want to help. He brings another elite into Bree, so Bree is becoming scary. And I use the mouth just to take over Rohan. But again, this force here can always walk and retake. Going to turn 9. I draw Phlox and Madness and Horror, which is a Swarm of Bats, because he's not going military. All right, Shadow good. I allocate 1, roll 2 more. He rolls lots of movement and some army stuff. Let's see if I can win here. I don't know. I don't think so. Where would I get my other point? This force is scary. So I'm thinking of Minas Tirith here. So that guy's Gilead with no card. I only get 1. And he gets 1 and escapes to Druidane Forest. So he musters a leader in Minas Tirith and a regular in Bree. So the Bree army is getting larger. And I realize I can't win this turn. He says, you can if you fight Aragorn. So yeah, good one. And I decided to bring the Balrog in because I want another die. And plus I want to use him to fight this army. The Balrog is coming really late. The dwarves go down too. But they're not activated. And they can't really get activated unless Gandalf runs up here. So Saruman, Wormtongue, and the Balrog came really late. So it's a crazy Lords game. So he musters 2 leaders. 1 in Minas Tirith and 1 in Bree. I play a Balrog who's come to activate the Balrog. So he's ready for some action. He moves a Fellowship. Let's see what the hunt pool looks like to see his chances of drawing certain tiles. Got a lot of good ones here, actually. I draw an eye, which is good news for me. So good thing Galadriel's gone. So that's a 3 reveal. So he loses everyone. And Gollum comes out. And now I decide to use Gothmog's muster ability to muster up in Osgiliath. He flips the Fellowship. I attack Minas Tirith, put under siege. Now he plays Ents on me. And I say, let's see what BS happens. See what other card he has. House of the Stewards. Gets another elite in and gets 2 strategy cards. So good play for him. And I flip the mouth to retreat from here because this looks terrifying now. I'd rather have the fortification of Pelargir in the first round if he goes after it. That's my thoughts. And I flip the mouth to move back up here. And I'm trying to see the other thing I did. And I moved here. Okay, so those are the 2 things I did. I'm going to turn 10. I drew Threats and Promises, Black Captain Commands. Black Captain Commands I can use because I do have the Chief in. I get rid of the Saruman die. No additional eyes. He's got lots of movement. So I'm seeing a potential win coming up here. He plays Safe Paths in the Dark to get rid of the We Shall Get It, which I was hoping to use. All right, is it a 20% chance of red for sure, though, next time? We'll see if his prediction's right. I play Black Captain Commands to attack Minas Tirith. Should I play? I think I should play a Storm of Bats here. And I do, blocking a Confusion. I would have gotten 1 hit on myself, but I don't. Because the Confusion does work. I get 2 hits. And he gets 4 back. Which is not good for me. But, 2 hits is 2 hits. And I stop. Moves the Fellowship here. Look at the pool. Very... he's a good chance to get good cards. And I draw Shelob's Lair. Very, very lucky. Hoping for the Shelob 6. So Sam and Frodo are climbing. Shelob shows up. And I roll a 3. He takes all of it for corruption. I decide to use... There we go. To bring an elite here. And I bring another elite here. I'm using the ability of Gothmog. My idea is I want to take them out. And then I want to take Helm's Deep. So even if he takes Pelargir, he won't have enough points to win. That's my plan right now. The only issue is because I don't have Saruman in. Oh, no, it's not true. That's why I brought a Nazgul here. So I can attack. I use MT. I'm attacking. Probably going to play They Are Terrible. He plays a Daylight. I get 1 hit. He gets 1 hit. That's not bad. I press. No card. I got 1, 2. And he gets 3 back. And there's the 3 damage. So I'm close, very close to taking this over. So, but he's holding out. Nevan says he has a dream. So the lonely guard from Druidane Forest is like, you know what? For Gondor. And runs in to attack Minas Tirith here. No card. And he rolls a hit. And I roll nothing. And my reroll is... Why did I only reroll 1? Oh, there we go. Nothing. He presses and I run away because I don't want to lose the mouth. He says insane. I move everyone off of Pelargir except for a few to go after Minas Tirith. He brings a regular in and a regular to Carrick, not Carrick, to Bree. So this army is also looking like this could retake as well. Attack Minas Tirith again. He moves the Fellowship again. And I draw an eye. So now his corruption is looking like it could be a problem. So he's up to 9. And I draw character cards. Now I'm thinking I might as well go corruption because my military game has gone to hell. From that Druidain Forest guy. Loves the Fellowship. I put Helm's Deep under siege. And at war. I try flipping the mouth, but instead I draw a tile. Per the rules, that tile draw doesn't count. I still play that 0 reveal stays on the bottom. He does no card. I'm playing Devil Brave Orthanc. And I get 1 hit. He gets 1 back. I press. No card. I get 1 hit. He gets 1 back. And I stop. Because I can't press anymore. Alright, going to turn. What turn is this? 11. I draw Breaking of the Fellowship and Musterings of a Long Planned War. I accidentally roll his dice. Wouldn't that be hilarious if that was his roll? That would be a GG, I think, if that was his roll. Alright, and then I roll for myself, and he rolls for himself. Much better. I forgot to allocate a die, so I had to move the character die here. I say, come on, Red Eye. I say, better not be the coat. You don't need that. He says, true. Shelob already ate Sam, and I laugh. And I put the red 3 in the pool. Plays Athelis and heals 1. He's down to 8. But the 4, this will still kill him. Alright, so I decide to flip the mouth to attack Minas Tirith. I want to take him. I have a Desperate Battle in hand, which I plan to play. He plays Heroic Death, and look at this roll. I only get 1. He gets 2 back. So the 1 doesn't even, it just kills the leader out. I don't press, because it's not going to do anything. Now I move this army out because I'm terrified of this, of the guys from Dale. That's a huge army, not Dale, from Bree. So they're all drinking and having a merry time. And I think for a while, and I say as funny as that is, I decide to show Rage of the Dundanlings possibly, or go after the Shire. Alright. Then he plays There Is Another Way to move. And now he won't die if he draws an eye. But he will, because I have Breaking of the Fellowship ready to play on him. And he draws Smeagol Helps Nice Master. So now it's looking like he's going to win. He says lucky there. So I attack MT, no card. He plays Help Unlooked For on me. I got 1. And he gets 2 plus 1, which is 3. So this Minas Tirith is not going well. Maybe that Druidain Forest is really like some really overpowered guy. He was doing like push-ups in the forest or like cutting trees down. And he's back. So now he's attacking Lamadin, so I'm like, oh no. And he gets his hit. I decide to do the Gothmog upgrade. He says the Light City is long overdue for death at this point. He brings another elite to Bree. So look at Bree again. So he attacks Minas Tirith. I attack Minas Tirith. No card. And there we go. There they are. So finally. So I'm up to 9 now. He's got to move once and he wins. I draw a Foul Thing from the Deep, Horde from the East. Is Frodo good? I have 2 eyes in the pool. Looks really good for him. This is gonna be very hard to win. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get Minas. I'm gonna get Helm's Deep to win. But now I got to focus on the ring because he's just got to move once, and he's got plenty of movements. Let's look at the hunt pool too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of these win for him. Let's see what he does. He moves the Fellowship. I see the red eye or it's over. And I draw it. So say yes to reveal. He says canon events, so they have to go back. I play Foul Thing from the Deep. Let's see what I could draw. I think I want to draw a 3 here. Not an eye. An eye would be terrible. And I get the red 3. So, yeah, it's okay. It's kind of... I was actually sad when I drew that because I was thinking, oh, man, if I had played Breaking of the Fellowship, it would bring him to 1. Then that 3 could possibly kill him. But, I don't think it would. Because he could reveal to take 1 less. He's up to 11 corruption now. Now corruption's could be an issue for him. All right. So I decide I want to cycle character cards. It's my plan now. So I use the card drawing action to draw a character. I'm looking for Candle of Corpses because I just want to roll on him. That's what I'm thinking. And then I draw again, and I get War and Sorrow and Toil. He passes. And now I move leadership around. Did I move? What did I move here? I move the chief here. And I decide to flip because I want to cycle. I want to cycle cards. Character cards. Because I want corruption now. He plays 5 Galadriel. I attack Helm's Deep with the intention to cycle characters. I play Captain of Despair, so he only rolls 1. And I don't hit, he doesn't hit, and I draw. And I get Grand. He attacks Pelargir, takes a lot of hits on it, and I just leave to his Gileath. I attack Helm's Deep, playing Grand. Forfeit 1. Let's see. Could I win here? Yeah, I could. I could try taking them out because I'd be at 10, then he'd have to move. I do hit, so that might do it. So I'm at 10 victory points. And I draw into Ringwraiths Are Abroad. He says 43% chance in Mordor. And he decides instead to give me a ring to attack Del from Woodland Realm. I play a Deadly Strife. My thoughts are if I get 5 hits, we both have the same HP. So I'm hoping that we'll get similar hits. He gets 5 hits. And I got 2. So that's not good. I just leave. So we're going to go to the next turn. I said to draw another character card. So I'm hoping for Cruel Weather. Still didn't get it. Next turn, I draw Lure of the Elven Rings and Hill Trolls. Still didn't get it. So he has to move this turn. Because otherwise he loses. Or if he has Bilbo's Song. Just by drawing a character card. I draw one. There it is! The Candles of Corpses is here, guys. A little too late. It's fine. I get rid of War and Sorrow and Toil. He shows me his wizard staff. Because he says, this will give me the good luck in spirit. So he prays to Gandalf. And moves the Fellowship. So let's see what the chances are here. I win with an I. And with the 2s and the 3. He's got a 1, 2, 3. Very low chance of winning. And I draw a 2. So that kills him. So that was a really fun game. I love that game. It was so back and forth. The idea of that guy in the Gondor unit, like making Minas Tirith that buff, was kind of ridiculous. So really fun game. Nevan's a really fun person to play. He's on the top of the tier 3 ladder for the league. He's untouchable at this point. So also at the time of this game, when I put the log in, we have the exact same rating on the ladder. I think it's changed since then, but at the time of this recording. So I really hope you enjoyed this adventure through Middle Earth. And this is also a league game, so thank you for Nevan, because we agreed to it because I just need to get more league games in. So this was a fun one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Oh, before I let you go, I always forget this. Let's look at the stats. You can tell me what you think of the balance. All right. As you can see, the Free People combat was pretty stacked with a plus 10 on 5s. Meanwhile, I was plus 2 on 5s and I was regular on 6s. So while I was hitting, it wasn't the same what he was hitting, which shows in Minas Tirith and in Dale. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.